Greetings, greetings, greetings. Welcome into the room. Welcome into the space. I am here again, y'all. And I remember, I am your host, Chantel Sierra Tishakim. I am here again for my day number 70. I'm going to ring that in. Whoop, whoop. I am continuing to show up on this live every day, 365 days, to tap into universal energy, to tap into my higher self, my consciousness, to play with my little girl, and to just really see what the message is for today. My day has been very eventful. I have really been studying to show myself approved. I am on my day one of my Big U fast, which is a part of the Tao community. And it is all about tapping into universal energy and really becoming one with nature. So the energy that we bring out today is the tarot card. That could be chaos and destruction, or that could be just the surprises. And I'm going to take it as the surprises because I have really been surprised with my day and how it has unraveled, or not unraveled, came together. Yeah, as it's coming to an end, day number 70, I wanted to definitely tap in and connect with my audience and say, I'm here and I remember. So this is definitely for me. This is always how I choose to show up in my own energy and in my own frequency, in my own vibration. But definitely here to learn the lessons and to connect with community, really to connect with partnerships that grow me, that help me glow, and help me see the rainbow as I go. So that is the first card of our 7 cards as they are coming out. We are going to tap into these 7 cards and just see what Spirit has to say. As you know, I do connect with universal energy, all source energy of the highest vibration. We welcome it in, the energy of our ancestors, the energy of the guides that support us in this work. I got a big bundle right here. I don't know if it's 7 or not, but the next card is we are throwing things up and seeing what sticks as we create our reality. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you all for showing up and joining me on this journey as the 3 of Wands shows up. This is called being prepared, as the first inspirational energy is the tarot card, the Tower card, which is a major arcana card. We're tapping in to that energy for today, whether it be the surprises that are on the way or the chaos and destruction that continues to navigate us along the way, okay? But in this space, it's what dreams may come. You know, what do you truly desire? And how are you seeing it being made manifest? That is 4 cards. And the next one is, yes, tapping into our shadow and our light. Understanding that all of it is here to serve us. So even as we tap into the energy of the Tower card, we can know that it is here to serve us. And we are being prepared. We are writing the vision, making it plain so that we can truly walk it out. All right? And in that space, we find justice, we find balance, we find harmony between our light and our dark. As the last card out is the Empress. She is the one who is birthing our new experience. So this is actually 8 cards, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, 8 cards actually for today. And the universal energy is all about our Tower. Are you expecting surprises? Are you expecting the chaos and destruction? What are you expecting for your life? This is what you are birthing through your actions. We have the ability to navigate all of our experiences through truly what we believe, because ultimately all is mine. What you think about inspires what you do, and what you do creates your experiences. So I'm going to just tap into this energy right now, activating the love activating the frequency of what it is creating for us. And we are going to start from the bottom to the top and move our way up. So what is it that you are birthing in this tower moment? Is it something that will support you and bring forth a world that you want to live in? A world of justice, a world of balance and harmony. As you plan accordingly, you have to write the vision, make it plain. As you continue to navigate the shadow and the light, because it's all necessary for you to really create the vision in detail. Whatever it looks like for you, you have to be sure of it and know that whatever you are sure of will make its way to you, even if pigs are flying. All right, it's possible. But then as you create, you have to be ready for what comes. You have to have everything you need to ride that wave, ride the wave of life. It's not always going to be an easy sail, but it will get you to where you want to go as long as you are prepared. By keeping that vision and continuing to play in the energy of your I am. As you take your wand and you wave it and you throw it up and you see what sticks, and then find yourself being filled by that vision, that goal, that partnership, those things that support you in seeing that tower moment manifest exactly what it was sent to serve and how it was sent to serve you. Ashe? So we're going to read it from the book. Again, welcome in, welcome in. I'm glad you all have come in to join me in this reading as we're tapping into the tower energy. As I spoke before, it could mean surprises or it could mean chaos and destruction. And by the way this looks, it's your choice. You can choose to create in a space of abundance and bliss and joy and happiness and having your cups filled to overflow. Or you can continue to dive into this shadow energy without finding resolution. The shadow is necessary, but it can scare you sometimes if you're not ready to deal with what comes to the surface. So we're going to tap in starting from the bottom of the Empress. The Empress card is number 3 of the tarot, and it says, yay, yay. Yay, yay. This is a good thing, y'all. I am ready to give birth to my abundantly rich future. And I am. So I'm going to ring that in. How many of y'all are ready to give birth to your abundantly rich future? It's a choice. You get to choose. So yeah, let's bring it in with this justice, because it is justice for all. Whatever you think, whatever you desire, whatever you envision for your life, or wherever your attention goes, if it's going into the shadows, into the depths of things not going right, that is also justice. That is what will serve you. So justice is number 11 of the major arcana. We got them popping out. These are huge life shifts that are taking place right now. But it says, our good karma is delightfully loving, and it can be the most interesting and motivating teachers. I said interesting, but my good karma is delightfully loving, and it can be the most motivating of teachers. So yes, we have to deal with the yins and the yangs, the light and the darkness, everything that the tarot card it represents. It could be surprises. It could be chaos. What is it that you're focusing on? Because wherever your attention goes, energy flows. And this is what we're doing. We're looking out the window and seeing, like, what is it that I want to be a part of? The world has it all for you to experience. But what are you choosing? This is, again, the Wand's energy. And it is the wand, the 2 of wands. And wands are all about your creative expression. What is it that you are doing? How are you engaging the world around you in a way that serves you at your highest frequency, because even in the shadow, we can move that energy into the highest expression. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for joining in as we are tapping into this tower energy, and we are getting prepared. So it says, the world is filled with opportunities for for adventure, and I welcome them into my life with planned action. This is what this says. The world, as we said, what are we birthing as the Empress? Okay, what are you birthing? And it's the world that you're birthing. You're creating it by your visions, by your dreams, by your intention, and what it is that you desire. So it says the world is filled with opportunities for adventure, and I welcome them into my life with planned action. So if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So this is where a plan, not saying that it has to go exactly as you planned, but having the overall vision of what your life looks like, and to every day do an actionable step toward living it, which is what I'm doing here. You know, actively participating in activating my throat chakra, reading tarot, which I find very joyful and fun, activating my intellect, my own wisdom, my intuition to speak into the life that I want to live. And it looks just like this. It looks like setting in the spaces that feel good to me, doing the things that feel good to me, while also being reminded of my shadow and knowing that that is there as well. And I have to navigate that in a way that serves me. This is another major arcana card. The shadow, the moon card, it will never not be there. The moon is always there. There's always two sides of a coin. And we in our life experience that as well. So it's not always going to be a complete balance of light and dark. You may get more light, you may get more dark, but you are the navigator of how you bring it into harmony. So we will tap into this number 18 of the major arcana and see what the moon has to teach us, okay? So it says, I am safe and I reach new levels of unconscious knowing as I surrender to the will of the universe. Okay, so this is where the wheel of the universe will continue to spin. We are constantly going. The sun and the moon never sets. That is a guarantee. You know, the sun rises, the moon sets, whatever, however that goes, that is guaranteed. And that is the universal will, that things will continue to move. So even as we dive into the depths of our shadow, in the places of the tower that may be chaotic and may bring destruction, we also are able to move those into new knowing, to a new place of understanding ourselves. As it says, you are safe, and I reach new levels of unconscious knowing as I surrender to the will of the universe. So understanding that things will happen in the universe, but how do you navigate within it? And this is where you can say, when pigs fly, I'll believe it. When pigs fly. And if they aren't flying, then you don't have to believe it. Okay, this is the Page of Cups energy. It's about going back into our heart space, finding that harmony within our beingness, knowing that we are safe, even if the whole world burns down. If you're not caught on fire, literally and physically, you may not be at risk. You know, you may just have to move, bob and weave so that you can maintain your safety, so that you can maintain your sanity in some cases. So we will go into the Page of Cups. What does the Page of Cups offer us in this reading? So it says, the world is my flourishing oyster. I am excited to see what happens next. So that's that tower energy where it says, yes, be surprised and get excited. Get excited about what you're creating. Get excited about what you get to experience. Get excited about the wheel within the wheel and how you move it to work in your favor. This is what I always talk about. This is what I teach to my clients. It is about your will being done. As long as you are in alignment with your heart space, you get it. You get it. Even if it's in a vision, you know, even if it's in the idea of it, you get to experience it. You get to bring it into fruition. Get excited about what comes next, because you get to choose. Are you going to ride the wave, or are you going to stay on the shore? You know, it's pretty fun to surf, although I've never done it, but I see it and it looks exhilarating. When you get into the water, even though the waves are crashing and big, you get to ride it. This is what we get to do in life. We get to ride the wave, but you have to know that you have the tools to be able to ride the wave, okay? So this is a 3 of Wands energy. 3 of Wands is all about how are you impacting the world around you? How are you surfing through experiences? How are you preparing your mind, your body, your soul, your insight, your intuition? How are you utilizing the tools that you have to live your best life now? To not get caught up in the deeps of the waters, the shadows, the lack, the limiting beliefs, the fear, the doubt, the worry, but be prepared that you know what to do when those things show up. And it says, I am expectant and optimistic, and I know that my dreams are on the way. You know that your dreams are on the way when you've done the work, when you've prepared, when you've studied to show yourself approved, when you've done the work, when you know that without a doubt, I see myself doing this. I know that I am to have this. I see myself being, doing, and having all that I desire in this lifetime. And then you go to work. You start throwing stuff up in the sky and seeing what sticks. Go for it. Go for it, knowing that you are able to do whatever you put your mind to. As this card says, be expectant, be optimistic, and know that your dream is on the way. Don't get caught up in the shadow. Don't get caught up in the woulda, coulda, shouldas. Go for it. Ride the wave and know what dreams may come. The world is your flourishing oyster. You get to choose. So as we come into this Page of Wands energy, we will see what it has to say, because the Page of Wands is the wild child. She like, let's go, let's get it. And you will. You just have to do the work, even if it means throwing it up in the air and seeing what sticks. It says, I, as the dreamer of my dream, because our dreams are on the way, remember, as the dreamer of my dream, I spontaneously and passionately ignite the flame. This is what I said, the wild child. I'm her, she's me, and we light it up, you know, because we fire. And that is what life is all about. You have to be able to passionately pursue that which you desire, no matter what anything else looks like. And it may look like a tower moment. It may look like everything is burning down, but let it burn, because that's your opportunity to begin to plant new seeds in fertile ground. And then you will begin to see your dreams come true. It's all about death and rebirth. It's all about renewing your mind every day so that it will align to filling your cup to overflow, filling your cup and partnering with those who are ready to do the work with you, who are able to hold the vision for you, to hold the vision and ride the wave with you, no matter how crazy it looks, you know. We all need someone in our corner, especially when it is to help and to serve, to serve our overall experience. We don't come against flesh and blood. We come against principalities and rulers of darkness that want to keep you stuck, want to keep you stagnant, want you to keep repeating cycles that don't serve you, that don't feel good. But this is where we chasing the rainbow, and we are allowing that energy of our I am to truly begin to fill our cups. So this is the Two of Cups. And what does it teach us today? I give thanks for this reading because it is definitely a confirmation of where I'm at. I thrive in partnerships, and my heart leaps with joy when I connect. I thrive in partnership, and my heart leaps with joy when I connect. For a long time, I was just about the hustle and bustle. I gotta survive, I gotta work, I gotta do this, but my joy was lost. I didn't find any joy in living this life. I just felt like I had to do it. I have to do it. That survival mentality was beating me down. And it had to, so that I can begin to rise like the phoenix and grow, glow, and flow, and know that those cycles were there to teach me what was out of alignment, how my work ethic was not my value, how much I did was not what equated to my happiness, to my joy, to me living my most abundant life. So that is where my framework of Align has really began to guide me in this new phase of my journey. As you all know who've been listening to me, I am an author. I have written 2 books. My first one being Embracing the Queen Within. The second one being Aligned and Crowned, the wheel within the wheel. This is how we navigate our life. And both books are on Amazon. If you haven't gotten your copy, get your copy today, because this will truly change your life. Greetings, Kiki. Welcome in, sis. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the fan club. And yes, thank you for the hearts, because it feels good to get the love. But we are anchoring in. This is a new phase. This is the age of Aquarius. You have to know who you are. You have to know what it is you are wanting to do. What are you wanting to experience? What are you wanting to have, do, be, and experience in this life? And then you have to anchor into that. Then you have to liberate yourself from all the old programs, all the old ways that people have said, show up in this way and you'd live your most abundant life. I did it all. I got married, had the children, had the career, reached the pinnacle of my career, and then still did not have love, still did not feel fulfilled, still had lots of money, but my soul was aching. It was hurt. It was being strangled by survival instead of living my life aligned and crowned, living my life in a space of freedom. So we liberate everything that takes away your freedom to be who you are. We shaking ourselves right now. We are shaking ourselves so that we can experience the world as our flourishing oyster. We get to choose. What do you want to do with it? How do you want to show up in it? No one can tell you what feels right to you. Go within so you don't do without. And begin to illuminate what's within you. Illuminate the shadow so that you can deal with it. So that you can say, you know what? I've been functioning out of fear. I've been functioning out of lack. I've been functioning out of unworthiness. So how do I begin to partner with people who will refill my cup as I refill my cup? Because now I'm aware of it. I'm aware of it, and I'm not going to be afraid of it. I'm going to go full speed into it. I'm going to lean into it, and I'm going to create a new story. This is where the illumination begins. You shine the light on the dark. You shine the light in the path you want to go, and you begin to bring that into harmony, into an equilibrium that serves you. Not to say that you bypass it by saying, oh, that doesn't exist. No, it all is necessary, but you have to find the lessons. And that's where you begin to generate new outcomes, because now you have become the author and perfecter of your life. You begin to write the story that serves you, that supports you, and you bring in others who can see that and who can support you in that as well, as you mirror each other, because it is a mirror. We are all united as one. We are the teacher, we are the student, we are the master, and we all show up in that capacity in the lives of the people that we partner with, that we come into communion with. And even as I come in with this divine wisdom and insight from my own experience and from universal consciousness, I'm inspiring you to see yourself in me, see yourself in the experience of just sharing space, understanding and understanding how that affects you and why you are here. You know, you could be a million different places, but you're here. So there is a message for you here. And this is how we generate new experiences, by building and growing together in oneness, in this space of evolution. Ultimately. And then we get to nourish it. We get to nourish what we are creating by doing our work every day, showing up as our true authentic self every day, tapping into our own intuition, our own wisdom as it serves humanity, not in a space of competition, not in a space of comparison, not in a space of I woulda, shoulda, coulda, but in the space of doing it now. And this is what this platform is helping me to realize, that the work begins when you take the first step. So this is how Align has really continued to help me navigate my experience, not only as a professional, as a life coach, not only as a soul guide, not only as a nurse, but as my true beingness. What feels good to me, and how do I show up in my life in a space that feels good? This is the transcendent life. This is where we move beyond survival, moving beyond Maslow's hierarchy of need into the transcendental hourglass of awareness, meaning that it is a cyclic pattern, but you can reach self-actualization and you can move into that higher frequency of love, which is oneness, which is wholeness, which is seeing yourself in everyone, where you can have space to hold for someone else, where you can be empathetic with someone else, where you can mirror back to someone else that which you have already made it through, so that they too can see it for themselves. And this is what my work is all about. So again, I am a holistic self-care practitioner. I work with women to find that space of self-regulation, to really tap into their I am identity, and to really get spiritually clear and aligned with their soul purpose. So if this is you, please reach out to me. I offer soul guide activations or soul guide consultations on my Good Vibes Lounge LLC website. You can also shoot me a text. We can connect and we can work it out, because we all deserve to live our best life now. And this is the way it goes. Each one teach one. Not only am I a guide, you're a guide unto me. And we work through it in accelerated harmony. And this is where justice is served. This is where the whole consciousness continues to evolve. One person can change the world, but it is about you holding that vibration of living your best life now and being the mirror unto others. So this is what I'm doing. If you haven't already, went over to our Circle of Sisters Table Talk page on YouTube. This is where I'll be posting all of these lives where you can tap in at any day, and there may be a message, a confirmation, a divine download that is like, oh my God, this is what I've been thinking, and here it is right here again to confirm that you are truly walking in the path that you are to go. We are all navigating this life experience together, but as we go within, we will never, ever do without. We are abundant. We are the kings. We are the queens of our universe. And we continue to create it through our thoughts, through our intentions, through our visions, through our dreams, and through our action. So please take some action today to live your best life now, because you deserve it and only you can create it. So before we go, we are going to pull a Secrets of the Ancestor deck to just get one closing card on this energy of the Tower. Okay, the Secrets of the Ancestors are always full of so much wisdom, so much guidance, so much direction. And they say again, let the love overflow with this Oshun energy. That's one that I am always intrigued by. Going to the altar, letting your feelings flow, and then taking your seat on your throne as the Father of Water comes through with balance and harmony again. So we are going to read the ancestral medicine and affirmation for these two cards, because of course it's like the yin and the yang, the woman and the man. This is where it begins. Tapping into your emotions, understanding that you have to nourish yourself. You have to be in tuned with your emotions. Energy and motion, it has to have somewhere to go. If it doesn't, you find yourself blocked. You find yourself stagnant. You find yourself in this space of survival by thinking you're doing everything you can to get out of survival. So we're bringing balance and harmony to our emotions, as we know that the Tower is all about that. You can be surprised with the good that is to come, your good karma, or you can be tormented and dragged by the chaos and destruction that you continue to recycle. All right? So it says overflowing love. This is the Altar of Water number 27. And that is the first card that came out. And it says, I trust the guidance of my heart. I'm going to ring that in. Because what I say, y'all, you got to go within so you don't do without. Trust your heart, because your heart can guide you and warn you of things that are not in alignment, especially because that is your heartbeat. The beat of life is in the heart, and your heart is and should be overflowing with love, and be in a position to partner with those who will pour into you just as you pour into you. So the ancestral medicine for this card says, Sweet Water Mother. Libations. That was the ancestral memory, but we'll start with the ancestral medicine. Libation is an act of love. Pour libations for your ancestors. Something new is being born. What we say, y'all, something new is being born. We give thanks for this reminder. Every birth expands and evolves your lineage. Every birth expands and evolves your lineage. Most use blessed water or alcohol to pour libations from a glass or a calabaster or a bowl. Libations in some cultures can also be poured in reverence with rice or tea. So remembering your ancestors, honoring them with a pouring of some libation. I often pour my libations from a glass, a clear white glass, into a plant, into my prosperity plant over there. in just memory of them, knowing that they have done the work. They've done the hard, heavy work, and now we get to do the work with ease and grace, knowing that we have their support. So we give thanks for those ancestors we remember, and we will step into the Father of Water, where everything begins to come into balance and harmony. This is the number 31, balance and harmony from the Father of Water. So 31 says, the affirmation says, I embrace my feelings and allow myself emotional harmony. If it don't feel good, don't fake it. If it don't fit, don't force it. If it is in divine flow, flow with it and allow it to bring you to everything that you desire. Woo! It's getting hot in here, y'all. But we give thanks. So, we are going into the ancestral medicine for this card, the Father of Water. It says, have you experienced positive and loving divine masculine energy? Ooh. Have you experienced positive and loving divine masculine energy? This is very different from patriarchal energy. You are capable of balance and worthy of living, and you are worthy of loving and being loved fully and completely. So these both are talking about that energy. Oshun energy is the sweetness of life, that overflow of love, that maternal love. And this is talking about your paternal love. So I give thanks to both of my ascended masters, both of my ascended parents, who have shown me how love looks. And that is so beautiful. And to know that I was created in this divine love. My dad was such a beautiful example of that masculine love, unconditional love, where he showed up in ways that everybody said if he hadn't have transitioned when he did, I wouldn't have been worth nothing. But I see I'm worth it all, just because of that energy and that essence and that vibration of love that he poured into me. And I know what that looks like. And that is the love that I continue to outpour. And I want to use this time right now to even empower and speak life into our men, that your emotions matter. You do get to feel them. You should feel them. You should get the opportunity to cry. You should be able to be emotionally sound and be able to love not only on another person, but on yourself. Love yourself. I know last month we did the Madly in Love with Me challenge, and a lot of women were buying into that. But men, love you. Love you from the depths of your heart. Love you the way your mama would love you if your mama and you had a good relationship. Love you how your father would love you if you and your father had a good relationship. But if you didn't, this is the time that you get to rewrite that story. Being emotional is not weakness. Being emotional is strength. Because in the strength of your emotions, you evolve. You move beyond the ideas that the world has instilled on us. Men, love yourself so that us as women can love you the way that we can love you. We can't love you no different than you love yourself. Let that sink in. We can't love you no more than you love yourself. And what does that look like? Are you emotionally grounded? Are you able to process your emotions in real time? Are you a stuffer? Are you a fighter? Is it always anger? Is it always emotional outbursts? Or can you navigate the feelings and find where you are on that wheel? Anger is not the only emotion that a man can show. Love as sex is not the only emotion a man should be able to show. You should be able to cry. You should be able to laugh. You should be able to speak about how something made you feel uncomfortable. You should be able to express all the ranges of emotions and feel comfortable in that space as you navigate the life that you've been given. And hopefully it will bring you into relationships and harmonious partnerships with women who can also hold you in that space as well. So, they came through today. This love energy is for us all. Love is the frequency that helps us to evolve. Love is the frequency that brings us into oneness. Love is the frequency that should navigate your life to helping you live your best life now in a state of joy, bliss, nirvana, unexpected miracles showing up in your life to surprise you at just how good it can get. So until next time, I'm your host, Chantel Sierra Tisha Kim, speaking out and fixing crowns in the process. Until next time, peace and love. Good night.